Welcome back to Bree and Mandy's moon ritual. This is the full moon for May 31st in Sidereal Scorpio. Let's say hi to Bree. How you feeling, Bree?
Hey Mandy, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm ready for our ritual.
Me too. I think we can all just take a moment and settle in, take a breath together, and just notice how you're feeling just right now in the moment. What's been coming up for you if you've been joining the last few moon rituals, if you've had anything carry over that's present, just welcome yourself to be here. This full moon is in the Sidereal Scorpio. It's in Jyeshta Nakshatra, and this is energy that's a little competitive. It's a little more challenging of an energy, but that helps force us to make decisions in our life. It helps us to discern what's for us. And this energy has kind of been building over the last few moon rituals. And here we're going to have an opportunity to look at what we want to cut away, what we truly are, what our truth is, and how to help create boundaries around that which we are creating for ourselves or manifesting this full moon. We'll start with our moon chant, and then we'll have asana led by Bree, and then I'll lead a journal activity. So you'll want your mat and a journal, any yoga props that you'd like, and any pen colors or crayons or anything that you'd like for your journal activity today. All right, let's do call and response. Chant to the moon is Om Cham Chandraye Namaha. So come into your comfortable seat. If you'd like, you could close your eyes. If laying down feels better, you're welcome to do so. Just begin to notice your natural breathing for a moment. Arrive in our presence. Let your awareness soak up a little more of your breath. Perhaps drawing your inhale in slightly longer, a little deeper. I'll begin on my exhale. Inhale. Om Cham Chandraye Namaha.
Om Cham Chandraye Namaha.
Om Cham Chandraye Namaha.
Om Cham Chandraye Namaha.
Cham Chandraye Namaha.
Om Cham Chandraye Namaha.
Om Cham Chandraye.
Om Cham Chandraye Namaha.
Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
You can blink your eyes open when you feel ready. We'll begin asana with Bree.
Thank you, Mandy. So our asana today is going to be directed towards some shedding, some cleansing. I'd like to see how our body feels after a couple of different types of cleansing breaths. And then we're going to come back into a visualization meditation to ground ourselves and form kind of like a protective energy around ourselves for our then look inside and activity with Mandy. So if you want to come back to a simple seat, you can sit on a chair or on the floor. But I do want you sitting. Lying down will not work with some of these breath practices we're going to do. So once you got your comfortable seat, you can close your eyes and just rest your hands in your lap. And come back to that natural breath, just noticing without trying to change anything. Notice where your breath goes in your body. And also just notice how your body feels. Notice the sensations, but try not to put any labels or descriptions on what you're noticing. Just kind of scan your body from head to toe and notice what you feel. And then again, like we were just doing, start to bring your inhale a little bit deeper, bringing it down as deep as you can to the low belly. And then also exhaling from the low belly, so pushing out from the bottom all the way up. And try that 3 or 4 times where you breathe in and you fill the belly from the lowest part to the middle, to the top, and all the way up into your chest. And then as you exhale, bring your awareness back down into your low belly, pushing out with your abdominal muscles until all the air is. Try that twice more at your own pace. And then come back to your natural breath. Do just a little mini body scan once again, noticing any differences, or just 3 or 4 deeper breaths. You can blink your eyes open. So the first breath practice we're going to try is called Bhastrika. And I'll have you place your hands firmly on your knees with your elbows extended. And so this is a forced exhale through the lips, through pursed lips. And I'll just have you follow along with me, and then I'll count you down to the last of the breaths. So you'll just take a sip of an inhale and then exhale using your diaphragm to push out the breath over and over. Okay, so it goes like this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then exhale all the way out. And then take a deep breath again from the lowest part of your belly all the way up into your chest, and hold the breath at the top. And then exhale through the nose, pushing out the breath completely. At the end of the exhale, just relaxing the belly, coming back to a natural breath. And we're going to try that one more time. So with a sip of an inhale, five, four, three, two, one, and exhale all the breath out. Take a deep inhale from the lowest part of your belly all the way up into your chest and hold the breath at the top. And then when you're ready, exhale through the nose, pushing out all the air with those abdominal muscles. And at the bottom of the exhale, completely relax your belly and come back to a natural breath. And this time, close your eyes and you can kind of rest your arms again in your lap. And noticing still that natural breath. Do that mini body scan and see how any changes have been made. Ready, you can blink your eyes. The next cleansing breath we're going to try is called Kapalabhati. So this is a rapid exhale through the nose. And it's a little bit faster than Bhastrika, but just go at your own pace once you get the hang of it. And again, count us down to the end. Same thing, just take a sip of an inhale. This time it's all through the nose. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale all the way out. And again, inhale a deep breath from the bottom of your belly all the way up to your chest. And hold the breath at the top. Then when you're ready, exhale through the nose, steadily pushing out the breath until all the air has left your lungs. And then at the bottom of your exhale, again, relax your belly and just allow your breath to be natural without trying to do anything to control it. We're going to try that one more time, and I'm going to include one other way that you can try this. So you can do it that same way, sitting still. This other way you can try it is to have your hands on your shoulders, and with each exhale, you're going to twist your body back and forth. So this will just kind of wake up the spine a little bit. Okay, so when you're ready, exhale through the nose. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale all the way out, coming back to center. Take a deep breath in from the low belly up to the mid belly, filling up all the way into your chest. Holding the breath at the top. And then exhale slowly and steadily, pushing all the breath out with that abdominal muscles. And again, at the bottom of the exhale, relax the belly, relax your breathing. You can close your eyes, come back to your body. Notice any changes. Again, without trying to label anything or change anything, just notice. When you're ready, you can blink your eyes open. And the last breath we're going to try is standing. Just going to try and shake some of this energy off of us to make some space for our manifestations for the full moon. So this breath is called the breath of joy. And I'll show it to you first, and then you can try it out with me and Mandy. We're going to, again, do it 2 rounds. So you'll have a couple times to get the hang of it. So how it goes is you're going to bring your arms forward and breathe in through your nose. And then bring your arms out to the side, again, in through your nose. And then again, forward, in through the nose. And then exhale with a as you bring your arm down. Okay? So I'll show you that one more time. So you're going to inhale, 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 and so follow along at your own pace, and then, I'll cue you at the end. All right, so. One more time. And then stay down here. Allow yourself to hang. Head to hang heavy, your arms. You could touch the floor with your hands, or you could even cradle your arms and dangle back and forth, left and right. And just allow your breath to be nice and relaxed right. Come back up, maybe bring your hands up to your knees. Your knees are slightly bent. And slowly come back up, allowing the circulation to flow back down your body. You might have a little bit of tingling in your head, maybe throughout your whole body. Just allow yourself to be in mountain pose for a couple moments as you ground. And then we're going to try that one more time. So that's inhale, inhale, inhale. And go when you are ready. Try it one more time. Stay down low. Let your head hang heavy. Let the energy flow down towards the ground. Getting rid of that excess energy that we might have stored up in the body or in the mind. allowing the earth to take that energy, put it elsewhere, somewhere that it can be used for something better. Maybe take a deep breath that runs again along from the low belly up into the chest, and feel it in the back of your spine. And then when you're ready, you can bring your hands up to your knees and slowly come back up into mountain pose. And let's close our eyes in mountain pose. Allow the circulation and the energy to balance throughout your body. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes, and we'll just come back down to a sitting position, comfortable seat. So coming into your simple seat, you can close your eyes or take a soft gaze forward. And for this last part of our asana practice, I'd like you to try and balance the breath, whether that's counting how long it takes you to inhale and then matching that with the exhale, or just going with your own intuition. As you attempt to keep breathing in a balanced way, imagine the breath is going up the back of the spine. And then as you exhale, imagine the breath coming up the front of your spine. So we're making kind of this circle of energy around the spine. And that circle it's starting from the back of the spine, coming up through the earth. So as you inhale, imagining energy coming up from the earth, up the back of your spine. And then as you exhale, I'd also like you to focus from the bottom of the front of your spine, coming up. So I guess it's not so much a circle as it is an upward flow of energy. So what we're doing with this flow of energy as you continue to visualize, we're bringing in a protective type of energy. The earth is ready to basically take any energy that is of excess in our body and in our minds. And it's also equally ready to produce or provide energy for us to protect ourselves from the negative energy that builds up over time. I want you to try and imagine this energy that we really want to have building as you inhale, and then almost like it's solidifying as you exhale. It's taking root in your body. You could even imagine each time you exhale that energy is taking root in different parts of the body. So maybe starting with an exhale, rooting into your head. And then with your next exhale, maybe rooting into the right arm. And then exhaling and rooting into the left arm. And the next one, rooting into the trunk, to all the organs of your trunk. Next exhale, rooting into the right leg. And then finally exhaling and rooting into the left leg. And after you feel like you've really rooted into your whole body, let go of all control of your breath. Allow the breath to be very simple. Allow yourself to just sit in this neutral, rooted, safe, balanced energy. And when you feel ready, you can slowly blink your eyes open, come back into our space. Hopefully, feeling a little more grounded, a little more safe to open your heart into our journaling activity. I'll hand it over to Mandy.
Thank you, Bree. I didn't want to open my eyes. We'll just move slowly into our journal activity because I think you've grounded us really nicely. Just take a couple breaths, waking yourself from that deep meditation, feeling your body, the aliveness. So for today's journal activity, we're going to start with a little intuitive drawing. We'll just ask ourselves a couple questions about where our energy is going and where we want it to go in such a way. So find your blank page in your journal and you're going to draw a circle like a moon as big as you want on your page. Leave some room that you could journal, or you could journal on the back of your page or a different page. So start with one circle. Let this be intuitive. It can be any color that you want, any size. It need not be a perfect circle. Once you have that first circle, I'm going to ask that you intuitively draw a second circle of any size anywhere inside your existing circle. Give your moon a crater, or maybe it's similar to the same size. Whatever that is, intuitively, just add a second circle. Okay. So looking at your image here, I want you to imagine that the outer circle is your container. And for the sake, you could imagine it as a teapot. And so this is the bottom of your teapot. And the second circle is perhaps a leak in your teapot. And if you have a leak in your teapot, no matter how much energy you put towards your transformation, trying to turn water, hold water to begin with, and then to boil it and transform it into steam, no matter how much fire you put, you may have a hole, and so it won't come to fruition. It won't manifest. So we're going to ask 2 journal questions about these 2 circles. And the first one is going to be about the leak. So where, and the breeze asana was so perfect to feel our energy and where you're at with the circling of the energy or the drawing of energy up and the exchange of energy with the earth. Then we have these times where we have energy, but we may be letting it leak out places. So where might you be letting energy leak out, maybe playing small, or maybe letting fear or boundaries or lack of boundaries? It might be a pattern, an attachment, or a fear, just to name a few. And if you'd like, you could always drop back into your body and begin to draw your energy up like we were doing in breeze exercise, breathing the energy from the base of your spine up and exhaling down, and just sense in your body, is there anywhere that it's not connecting? It's not fully manifesting and it's not as robust as you'd like. Or maybe it just, you already know where this is and it just comes to you right away. And then what we're going to ask next is, what role has this played for you? And I'd like you to think of opposites here. What is the positive role that this fear or pattern has in your life? How has it protected you? And on the other side of that is, how is this role, how is this pattern, this fear, habit, how has it hurt you? Or how is it no longer helping you? Again, just to recap, we'll have a couple minutes here. So, where is my energy leaking out? What pattern, fear, or attachment, such as playing small or letting people cross boundaries? And the second part of the question is, what role has that played? How has it helped? And how has it hurt? You can look at your drawing, like, let the hole in your teapot, let this drawing speak to you, let it tell you, just by looking at it, glance at it, and feel any sensations in your body. Let's maybe do 1 more minute or so to jot some of these things down. Maybe 20 or 30 more seconds here. You can always come back. The nakshatra that the moon is in for this full moon is ruled by Mercury. So we're going to use our sharp, quick thinking and let that be enough. So when you're ready, you can just wrap up any last thoughts. Using that sharp, quick thinking, the Mercury intellect, we're going to look at the luminary and just let this come to you. Don't overthink it if you can. But the question is, what is the one truth I'm finally ready to accept about myself? What is the one truth I'm ready to accept and own about myself? Sovereignty. It represents your unfiltered inner truth. So nobody has access to your journal. Let yourself write it down. Maybe it's your truth is that you are unapologetic about your goals and you're gonna put yourself first or your own inner authority. Maybe it's truth, or to use a word from Bree's exercise, rooted in your body. About 30 seconds here. Again, we're using that quick intellect, that first thing that comes to mind. I'll read the question one last time. What is the one truth I'm finally ready to accept and own about myself? So let's look at the big circle. And in the big circle, write, I am. I am. And under that, write your luminary, write your truth, your inner truth, at least for this moon cycle. Be a couple words, could be a phrase, could just be one word. And the last part of this exercise is to fill in the leak. However you want to do that, if you want to color it in, if you want to patch a piece of tape over it, whatever you want to do, let's close the leak. Let's feel what that feels like. So one last time, take a look now that your leak is full. Your teapot can now boil water once more. And just close your eyes and feel how that feels in your body. What sensations arrive? You can glance at your drawing and then come back inward. Glance at your drawing, come back inward. You can come back to your drawing as many times. You could paste it on your bathroom mirror or somewhere that's important on your altar to remind you for this full moon cycle that which you innately are. You do not need to create this. You already are this. Sometimes it's taking away, it's removing the leak, or it's removing the extras, the embellishments that help us come more aligned and more in tune with our own self. Thank you so much for sharing this activity with me. Bree, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling much more clear. I really love the idea of keeping this close by to remind me of what I am. Yeah, it was just kind of crazy how I I could really feel where that leak was in my body. And then after doing this, I just feel like a whole being. It's it's like energetically, however we just processed what we did, it allowed me to fill the hole, and now I feel whole.
Yeah, I feel that too. I really do. Transferring back and forth and just being like, oh, that's closed now. That's okay. It's okay to be, I don't have to keep coming back to it. We'll see how it manifests throughout this month, right? All right, now we'll have our community tarot and then we will close. We'll be using my deck here, the Wandering Star, and I've pre-shuffled them. So we'll pull the top card for our cycle here. So we have the Creator. Bring that up to the camera. The Creator, and this is a no card. So let's read a little bit more about the Creator. The Creator card signifies that there is a powerful energy brewing in the atmosphere around you. It may feel overwhelming and tinged with undertones of darkness. Indeed, you may feel the urge to run and find shelter from this storm. But trust that you are ready to transmute this force into something that will propel you forward on your path. This card is also here to remind you of the power of the word no. No to things that overwhelm or undermine. No to people who drain your life source. No to thoughts that drag you into despair. You are mightier than you think, and a glimmer of faith paired with solid intention can give you the power to harness lightning. Each day, you have the choice to be the victim of fear and circumstance or the creator of a new consciousness. Choose wisely. I'm a little taken back because one thing I didn't mention about this moon's energy is that the ruler, I said it was Mercury. It is Mercury and Mars. Mars rules Scorpio. It's also Indra, the god of lightning, the lightning god. And so when it said, the power to harness lightning.
Well, sounds like it was confirmed.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add, Bree, or share?
No, I think that's it for me. I appreciate the activity again, and I'll definitely be looking into that tarot card a little bit deeper. Maybe journaling a little bit more about what that means for me in my life.
Yeah, absolutely. The no, it like the being okay to say no. It's like it's not negative. No, the word no feels negative, but like it actually can be a really positive force. Right, Bree, thank you for sharing this moon ritual with me, as always, and sharing it with our YouTube friends. Thanks for sharing this time and space. Our new moon ritual will be June 14th. It's in the sign of Gemini, Mrigashira Nakshatra. I will look forward to planting some new seeds. We'll have the summer solstice on the way quickly following that. So the sun is going to be high and bright in the northern hemisphere. So we'll have some good manifesting energy for those seeds. Thanks again for sharing with us.